Everything I've worked for, everything I've sacrificed, has led to this. It's out of your hands now. All the gold medals in the world can't help you now. You could throw the perfect rock and still miss, but it just takes one. You leave it all out there on the ice to leave behind a legacy.
I don't remember a time when curling wasn't a part of my life. When I wasn't putting in the sweat and hard work to be the best that I can be. Clocking in the time, the effort to practice day in, day out. Curling is more than just a game. It's a family, a community. And when it's time to play, I know I'll be ready. Hardline, supporting hundreds of our next generation athletes.
Good morning, Curling Nation. I hope you have your coffees sweetened. Welcome to the 2024 edition of the Henderson Medals Fall Classic. My name is Marc. I'm here with my good friend Harnden, and we're going to call a great game for you today. Team McEwen versus Team Gushue in B-side action. 2018 triple knockout. Teams chasing $106,000 in cash, Eric. Some really important points.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Good morning to you, Marc. Bright sunny day here today in Ste.Marie. Another nice day. I hope everybody out there watching is going to have a super day too. So we'll watch the curling here, and hopefully we'll get a really good game for everybody. We're in the first end, and there's center guard up, and Team Gushue is line shot rock, and Team McEwen line second shot rock. And Team Gushue does have last rock advantage.
Last rock advantage, really important in a 10-end game, but that not lamps up a level for America. 8-end game. Start. So.
Absolutely. Yep.
It's too early this morning, having enough coffee.
So intern hit here for Marc Nichols. Looking for the hit and roll behind the center guard. Good shot there. Does give Mike the opportunity to, he's indicated going for the double. Colton flash. Mike's indicating a double. I'm thinking that's probably an intern. Yeah, he's throwing the intern. Great shot there.
Teams took different paths of fortune to get to this B semifinal qualifier. Team McEwen lost the heartbreaker on a pick, and Team Gushue was very fortunate last night. This game went into a double extra end. Corey Dropkin had an open hit to win, fortunately rolled out, and Team Gushue poured it on in the second extra end and stole the win.
Yeah, we did the game that Mike McEwen was, well, Team McEwen were playing, and it was a very, very entertaining game. It was the sixth end, and Mike was drawn against 3 and then picked, unfortunately, for Team McEwen. Anyway, nice hit and roll there by Marc. Mike McEwen will be throwing the intern. I think he'd rather stay right there, I think. Nose hit's fine. He rolls behind the center guard and leave it freeze. But good leave a freeze back too. So I think Bruce hits the call here. Good shot by Mike. Turn here for Brad Gushue.
Roll hop rock wings.
Yeah, I think he'd roll. Yeah, he doesn't want to roll him, obviously. In behind the center guard mark. That will leave a freeze and maybe a possible force. So nose hit or maybe roll to where Marc's broom is there. So intern hit for Brad here for hit and stay. Like I say, nose hit or roll a little bit to the wings, which would be to the left of your screen. Shot there, that's what they were looking for. Good sweep in there too. Mike McEwen on the intern. Mike is definitely looking for a roll behind the center guard. Hoping to force here in the first end. Not much ice there. This will curl. They'll go hard here for the roll for sure. Shot there by Mike. That didn't go very much. I thought it would go more than that. Good sweeping there.
Yeah, but look out of his hand. The call out of his hand.
Maybe a little bit on the wide side. So intern hit here for the blank end. For Team Gushue. Good shot there. So in the first end, we have a blank end, and Team Gushue will have last rock advantage in the second end. So we'll be right back, folks. Thanks for tuning in. Beautiful day here. See you in for the second end.
What do you got? You got one, you got two, you got...
Just one little, please.
You make moments like these possible.
Handcrafted in Canada, Hardline's ice pad has revolutionized curling for over a decade. Engineered with top-tier precision and durability, it is backed by an unmatched 10-year warranty. Designed for curlers at all levels to sweep effortlessly with maximum efficiency, it is trusted by the world's best curlers, including Olympic and world champions. It is quite simply the best broom in the game. Hardline. Join the revolution.
Welcome back, folks. Second in action. Curlers, YNCU Curling Center in Ste.Marie, 2024 edition of the Henderson Medal Fall Classic, presented by the Ontario Coyote Dealers.
Center guard up and then a corner guard. I think Mike is looking maybe for a better center guard here. I'd like to have it on the center line there. You can see the time clocks in the background there. So all the games are timed. Turn draw. Nice shot. Got a piece of the center line. Out turn draw here for Team Gushue. Top 4 foot would be the draw location that they're looking for. Good shot there. Mike will follow that down and try to corner freeze to see where he put the room. So just looking for the center line, top 4 foot, get the proper angle.
There yesterday. 8'9" there. I'm not sure.
Oh, for the curl, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
That was yesterday. So
yeah, that was a long time ago. Nice shot. Well done.
Sitting shot on the 4 foot. Not liking the setup, so he's gonna start ripping these center guards. Got a corner guard over to the side that he can use later to generate some offense.
Jeff Walker on the out turn. Very nice shot there. Got green. Very nice. Mike has asked for a hit here. I think he's probably looking for a nose hit. He didn't want to roll behind those corner guards. Just nose hit would be fine. If he did hit behind and roll behind the corner guards, he would leave a free. So good shot there.
A lot of the club teams would opt to hit that and try to get a big roll behind the corner guard, rather than ignore shot zone and draw in behind the corners first to generate that boost.
Jeff Walker in turn draw around that corner guard, which is their colored rock. So that's why he's going around that one rather than the green one on the other side. There's no sense going around the green because then they'll just run it back and maybe stick it there. So drawing around their own Yellowstone.
And the staggered guard helps too.
Yeah, there's a little bit of a stagger there. I think they can get at it though.
A reminder, folks, that we have sheet-to-sheet coverage today. bathing suits to get in on all the action, and scores are updated at every end on every sheet.
Team McEwen are going to play the run back here. Look for the shooter. They can roll it for guard too. Made the run back and jammed it. They still are shot rock though for Team McEwen.
Play on shot rock here? Could you ignore it again and just draw me on the corner?
You could. Yeah, you could. You could make it either end on. Out turn here for Marc. Hit and roll is the call. Good shot. Does leave a double opportunity. Mike's going to clean the path there, so they're going for the double. Colton throws it hard and with tremendous accuracy. So in-turn for Colton here. He'll wait. Shot there by Colton. There you see the call there for Team Gushue was the hit and roll behind the corner. Out turn here for Marc. Got on that right away. Good try there by Marc. He's looking for the hit and roll behind the corner, but it didn't work. So. See the call there by Mike, I think. Just trying to, he's not sure which one to go around. Maybe that one.
Dealer's choice.
Dealer's choice. Take your pick. Okay, so in-turn draw around the corner. There's the call there, top 8 foot.
You definitely want to keep this rock away from the tee line. So if you leave it all with please.
First end was blanked. Team Gushue do have last rock advantage here in the second end. Mike's hoping to get around the corner, maybe get a force this end. So. Okay, we got a change. Looks like kind of like this call in that what they're doing here, I believe, is this is a really good opportunity for Mike McEwen to draw weight to the button here, and I think they're going to take advantage of this by doing exactly that. Maybe Colton said, you know, this is a good chance for you to just get that draw weight right to the button, which we might need later on. I really like this call. You know, it's a good chance to get that, make this really good and get that in your memory for future ends. So that's a good shot. I like it.
That option, and it's kind of a risk-free shot.
Yeah. I mean, they could have gone for the draw around the corner, maybe come deep or something, and then that might not have worked out for them.
Deep, or she could have got around it.
Yeah.
Rock Berry.
Yeah.
Signal from Mike that he's okay, giving up another blank here. Lift quite another end.
Yeah, I think so. I think the team Gushue would rather, maybe they're just playing the nose in here, I'm not sure, but if they did roll, go for the roll behind either the corners, it's going to be behind the T-line, which would allow if the team McEwen freeze and maybe a force. So I think probably the nose hit here, maybe a little roll to the center line side.
And if the nose hit is made, it's team McEwen aggressively on the roll, deducting behind those corners, put the force back on.
Okay, good shot there. See where they're tapping the broom there. I think that's where they want to roll to. So Mike's they're gonna go hard here for the hit and roll behind the corner guard. By doing that, trying to get a force here in the second end. Really good shot there. Looks like it's undercover. A little bit.
The guard is high, so I think Gushue still has a blank opportunity. Just missed the sweep on that a little bit. Just a bit.
Really good attempt though. That was a long roll. I mean, they rolled way over there. So Brad on the intern will be looking for a blank in there. For the blank and just over curl a little bit. So steal of 1 point for Team McEwen in the second end. So after 2 ends, it's Team McEwen 1 and Team Gushue looking to get on the board here. We'll be right back for the third end, and Team Gushue will have last rock advantage. See you in a little bit.
Imagine being able to stream every curling game from every sheet from any event, be it your Wednesday league game, bonspiel, or corporate event. Curling Stadium offers an all-inclusive streaming solution featuring high-quality cameras, ease of use, great reliability, and minimal installation. Offering your sponsors customizable ad space on your streamed curling games and being able to sell video packages to your corporate events for increased revenue. With Curling Stadium, you can stream to any device, be it your mobile phone, tablet, or computer. Push the feed to your desired platform, be it Facebook, YouTube, or any other social media. Curling Stadium is simply the way forward. Where it's commonplace in other sports to televise every game, we want to do the same. Curling is a global sport, and it's time it gets the coverage it needs. Make your curling club the next Curling Stadium.
back to the third end. Center guard up for Team McEwen. Team Gushue looking for the corner guard. Boys are sweeping this one hard. You want to keep it kind of just about there. Good shot. Mike's throwing in a pass Dan for another center guard, a high guard. Sweepers just have to put in to this one. A little deeper than they wanted. They would have liked that maybe, you know, a foot or two over the hog line. The line was perfect. Team Gushue drawn around. The call was drawn around the corner guard. Here again, the sweepers are off it. Good shot there, maybe a little bit deeper than they wanted. Pretty good. Do they chase or do they freeze? We'll see. Mike's saying, so it looks like they're going to chase it with that kind of weight. You can see where he tapped his broom. They're going to chase that rock, and if it does rub the corner guard, it would open up the Yellowstone and the rings and roll for another guard. So
I want to thank the folks commenting on our YouTube live chat. Problems with the audio feed out there, Eric. We're being drowned out and people want to hear our beautiful voices, so we got our technical team working on that. Hopefully have it fixed soon.
okay, good shot there. Opened up the Yellowstone, got a little roll. Team Gushue looking for the hit here for Jeff. Jeff will be throwing the out turn. Not sure if which way they want it to roll. To the left of your screen or to the right. It's probably to the left of your screen, but maybe to the right. I'm not sure. Made the hit but rolled off. Be interesting to see what Mike wants to do here.
A little later in the game, Eric, you'd probably see Mike McEwen draw around those two center guards. Lots of curling left though, so let's play this pretty clean looking like.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. Kevin Marsh for Team McEwen, intern. Hit and roll. That's exactly what Mike had asked for, a really good shot. I think Team Gushue is going to ignore that though. They're either going to draw around the corner or draw right there to the middle.
Center guards are offset, so
Yep.
no chance of a run back. Team McEwen.
Jeff Walker in-turn draw around the two center guards. You can see in this, the two guards are almost frozen, but they're staggered a little bit. So if this shot is made, it's gonna be difficult to remove it.
Mark Nichols scrubbing really hard to get by these guards. The line's looking pretty good. Just a bit light. We'll be happy with that result.
Good shot there by Jeff. They just needed it a little bit deeper in the rings. Team McEwen, our shot rock at the back of the 12-foot there. So Colton be throwing the out turn draw, and I think probably top 4 would be ideal here for Team McEwen. You don't want to go too deep because that'll allow the freeze. So lots of sweeping here again. That's had the right idea, but a little bit light on the weight.
Uncharacteristic miss there. Opens up the door for Team Gushue.
The last 3 deliveries with the sweepers have been really on it. Team McEwen does have shot rock. Team Gushue second shot rock.
I'm liking the draw around everything again. They're choosing to hit the back one. We'll trust Brad's judgment on this one.
Marc throwing the out turn. Quiet weight. To lie 2.
Adam Casey letting skipper know that it's a bit heavier than expected, so getting the curly sweep on and try to save that rock.
Good shot there by Marc. Team Gushue line 2 here in the third end. And they do have last rock advantage. Mike's thinking raise their rock or draw around. Either way, in turn, out turn. It'll be Colton throwing the out turn. I think they're playing a raise, Marc. I think.
I missed the call, Eric.
With that ice, well, let's see. See what happens. Lots of sweeping, though, on the last few rocks. On this one again. Playing the come around.
Trying to help it finish now.
Well done.
No mistake on that one, Eric.
No, I did miss the call also. I wasn't sure if they were playing the come around or if they were playing the bump, and obviously they made a real beauty on the come around. So Team McEwen with shot rock and Team Gushue with second and third.
Game on.
Looking for a run back here. Green. Could even keep the shooter there and may be able to use it later, so nose hit's pretty good here. Good shot there. Rolled for a corner. Nice shot there by Marc. Team Gushue with line 2 here in the third end. I think they're looking at hitting the center guard, which would get the Yellowstone in the 12-foot.
Peel weight quarter rock.
Yeah, I don't know. He almost indicated he wanted to save it around the corner. So it could be kind of quiet weight. So it'd be green on the yellow, and the top green stain in the 12-foot around the corner guard. They'd have to hit it on the right where Mike's broom is.
The other option is to draw around to the top of the 4, but Mike's looking at those 2 yellow corner guards that he knows Gushue's going to run back into the house.
Yes, sir. Yep.
So switching to defense here, not wanting to give up more than 2 points.
Mike asking for more ice. So in turn, green on the yellow, and they're hoping to keep their top greenstone in the rings around the yellow corner. Okay. Good shot. I think that's as good as they could do. It does open up shot rock. Team Gushue looking for an out turn, come around the corner to lie 2. I would say top 8-foot would be the ideal location there. If this is made perfect, I would think that Mike and the team would probably just hit the back stone that's wide open and concede the deuce, but we'll see how it plays out. So out turn draw here for Brad. Been a lot of sweeping on the this end for the guys.
That's why the game's much easier from up here, Eric.
Yes, sir.
Well executed there by Brad Gushue.
Good shot there. So I think they'll just hit the back one.
Yeah, by running those 2 green rocks into the house, the double raise, Mike kind of knew this was going to be his last rock. He was okay with that. It's okay to cough up 2 and be 1 down. Not okay to give up 3. You can avoid that.
Out turn hit. Just looking for the nose hit. Good shot. I think Team Gushue will just ignore that and draw away. Here again, this is a good opportunity, to get your draw weight like Mike McEwen did in the last end, to draw to the middle and draw to the button and get your weight. So that's what Team Gushue are doing here. It's by playing this, it's a shot that you might need later on. And when you throw it and make it, it's like, remember that draw we made for Mike, remember that draw we made in the second end, and for Brad and team, well, remember the draw we made in the third end, you know? That's the weight you need. Good shot there. So
Skipper's deuce.
So 2 for Team Gushue in the third end. So after 3 ends, it's Team Gushue 2 and Team McEwen 1. We'll be back for the fourth end. We'll be right back, folks.
I don't remember a time when curling wasn't a part of my life. When I wasn't putting in the sweat and hard work to be the best that I can be. Clocking in the time, the effort to practice day in, day out. Curling is more than just a game. It's a family, a community. And when it's time to play, I know I'll be ready. Hardline, supporting hundreds of our next generation athletes.
Hello everyone, welcome back to the the fourth end of play here between Team Gushue and Team McEwen. Center guard up for Team Gushue and Team McEwen. Asking for a corner guard, Dan Marsh. Good shot there. Team Gushue looking for a intern draw around the center guard. Full 8 foot would be good. Asking Adam here for the intern draw. Nice shot there by Adam. Dan Marsh, intern freeze attempt. Just follow the same line there as Adam. Looking to draw on top of that. Good shot there. It's got a good angle on it. Good sweeping by the boys.
And a reminder for our viewers in Ontario, new this year for the 2024 Fall Classic presented by Henderson Metals is our 50-50 draw. I posted the link in the YouTube chat, so please give it a look. All proceeds going to junior curling in Ste.Marie.
Jeff Walker for Team Gushue throwing the intern freeze, but this one's hanging out a little bit heavy. worked out pretty well. That's totally buried there, Mark.
That's a pretty good shot, Eric.
Yeah, yeah. So Kevin Marsh looking for a little angle raise here. Green on the yellow and keep the shooter. And it does open up shot rock too, so. Very nice shot there by Kevin. So Team Gushue or Shot Rock and Team McEwen have second and third.
Face value, you look at that double and say you got to play that, and that's the easiest shot. However, it does open up the back one for an easy McEwen play, so that's what the deliberation was there from Brad. You hit and roll in behind and force it a bit, or give him the gimme.
Yep. Jeff Walker on the hit and roll. Just hit and roll. Good shot there.
And by rolling to that specific spot, Gushue rock at the back. Not available anymore for any type of raise. Open hit. So Mike's got to deal with these stones.
Kevin Marsh, in turn, looking to hit the top yellow stone of Team Gushue's and roll to the left of your screen. Staying in the 12-foot or over to the 8-foot, somewhere over there. That rock just didn't curl and ticked both stones over and the shooter out of play. It is available on the out turn, but so is the jam. So corner freeze or run back.
It was a miss, but kind of sneaky.
Yeah, it was a little sneaky miss. Marc's coming down to talk to Brad about it and see what they want to do. Fourth end, Team McEwen, they do have last rock advantage here, so I think Team Gushue would like to keep the center guards up there. Leaning towards the corner freeze. The out-turn chase on that Team McEwen stone is a bit risky because there is a possibility of jamming it. If you do jam it, it's going to be buried. Now I think we're going to see a run back. So yellow and yellow on the green. Quiet wait. I'd like to keep the shooter there, I think.
Got caught on the over curl.
It curled a lot, that's for sure.
Marc won't be happy with that.
No, not at all. So Team McEwen do have shot rock and Team Gushue's second shot. I'm not sure where Mike goes here. Maybe a bump, and he's looking to bump the green to a freeze. Bump the shot rock to the freeze and roll the shooter behind the center guard. throwing the outturn. Colton Flash for Team McEwen. It's a very delicate shot, but if it's made, perfectly, they'll be frozen to the back Gushue stone and in behind cover. Got the roll behind cover.
Great shot.
Very good shot there by Colton. So Team McEwen line 2, one buried and one open. Maybe the run again. So Marc will be throwing the intern, looking for the raise. If it's hit perfectly, maybe even get both Team McEwen stones.
It's close.
Okay, good shot there by Marc. That would have been to make that shot would have been very difficult. So opened up the shot stone and
Opened up the shot zone, but also opened up the center, Eric. So now you can see Mike McEwen utilize those corner guards.
so Team McEwen intern draw. Colton be throwing the draw to get around the corner guard. Got to be a little bit careful here it doesn't over curl. You got to be certainly like want to be line 2 here. So the over curl is not an option here.
Too deep.
Yeah, too heavy. This gives the hit and roll. Well, yeah, they're with Brad and they're going to be looking for the double here. There is the jam. Marc's looking at that Yellowstone way over on the wings there. So outturn, I would say normal up weight. I don't think peel, but normal up weight. Looking for a double on the Team McEwen stones.
Looks like this is curling. Great shot.
Good shot there. Made everything scattered. The shooter rolled over and rolled into that one that Marc was looking at. So Team Gushue line 1.
We see Mike ignore that and try and draw one around the corner. Still a good chance for a deuce here if he puts one in a really good spot.
Team McEwen looking for the draw. They're going to draw around their own corner guard. Probably top 8, Marc, would be good here.
Top 8 and win, Rick. I used to say that to me. Mostly because all my draws were back 8.
So it's powerful sweepers that you had. Boys are just keeping it clean. It's going by with lots of room. Weight looks pretty good. Good shot there for Team
Perfect
McEwen.
spot.
Team Gushue looking at two shots here. They could draw around their own corner guard, or they could draw around the rock that Mike McEwen just put there, just touching the 8-foot. We'll see if it's going to be out turn or in turn. I'm not sure which shot they're playing. We're in the fourth end. It's 2-1 for Team Gushue, but Team McEwen do have last rock advantage. I think this is going to be an out turn draw around their own corner. Yeah. Looking where the ice is, where the broom is. So here again, I think probably top 8-foot would be the ideal location here. Got lots of room going by. It looks like it's got lots of weight also.
Good enough for shot rock, Eric.
Yeah,
I'm
pretty
not
good shot.
sure if Mike's going to have a play at this for 2.
It's pretty buried in there. Question is, do you go for 2 or do you just draw for 1? It is the fourth end. Could tie it up with a draw. See their last rock is coming up. Last rock for Team McEwen and Mike. Could follow that down with a little bit more weight. There's a little, they're taking a little less ice. So they're going to chase this thing for the 2. They're going to have to scare that corner guard.
Like a back ring weights, you gotta tap that yellow shot stone a couple feet, bring your top green one into play.
If this is made, it'll be, they're looking for 2 points here anyway. So the question is, do you go for 2? Fourth end, do you draw for 1? They've chosen to go for the 2. They've got a little bit less ice than Team Gushue had. He'll need a little bit more weight, but he's going to have to get close to that corner guard. Rubbing the corner guard is not an option unless you have enough weight to just tick and roll in for 1. That's possible too. See what happens. Mike McEwen out turn. Quiet draw. Quiet tap, looking for 2. Got to really scare that corner guard.
Such finesse.
Really, really nice shot there by the whole team. It was Mike threw it, the sweepers judged it, and line call was perfect. So, fourth end, 2 for Team McEwen. After 4 ends, Team McEwen 3, Team Gushue 2. We'll be back for the 5th end shortly. Thanks for tuning in. See you in a bit.
On behalf of the volunteer board, the support team, and all the families who will be helped by this year's Sandra Schmirler Foundation Telethon, thank you for being a part of this historic moment. $1,126,014, a new record, exceeding our goal, and most importantly, countless families from St. John's to Victoria to Yellowknife and babies in over 100 hospitals in between will be impacted by your generosity. And we couldn't do it without the amazing partnerships we have with Curling Canada, TSN, and Net2Phone Canada. They connect you, our generous supporters, with so many of the Scotties participants and our volunteers on Telethon Day. A special thank you to Jocelyn and Brett for sharing little Luke Gallant's stories, and all of the families across this great country who shared stories of how Sandra's legacy has helped their little ones grow up and become champions. In each of the last 3 years, because of generous supporters like you, the Sandra Schmirler Foundation has been able to give back $1 million to help babies in every province and territory. And this year's telethon will ensure we can continue that incredible momentum. Thank you for helping champions start small.
Thank you, Canada!
Welcome back, everybody. Fifth end of play here in sunny Sault Ste. Marie. We've been getting great weather here. It's supposed to be, the weather is lots of sun all weekend. Center guard up for Team McEwen. Team Gushue looking for a corner guard. Some really nice shots made in that fourth end by both teams.
Curling fans here in Sault Ste. Marie attending in person, treated to some excellent shot making all week, Eric. Ice conditions are great.
Yeah, lots of curl, and the ice is nice and keen. Got lots of curl to it. That's why you're seeing so many great shots out there being made. So center guard, corner guard, draw around the center guard, draw around the corner guard.
It's a lot of drawing.
That's a lot of drawing. It'll be interesting fifth end. We're going to see lots of rocks in play here, or does Team Gushue? We'll see how the end goes. Maybe they'll look for a blank end here. So fifth end is a nice end of blank, but lots of offense here, so opportunity for multiple points also. Maybe steal. Let's see. We'll see what happens. Lots of good shots being made here. Draw around the corner, draw around the center. What does Mike do now?
Hit and roll to a guard.
Quiet. Open that, maybe a quiet shot. Open that up. Maybe roll for a center guard. You can see this very quiet. I like this call. You hit it just right, you roll over to where Mike's broom is.
Exposes the Gushue stones. We can get at it later. And we shall have some decisions to make.
Dan Marsh looking for a, let's call it a chip and roll. There's the chip. There's the roll. Right behind cover. Well done. Nice shot. Let's see what Brad does here now. That was a nice call, nice shot. It opened up the Team Gushue rock. And there's, you see the chip there on the replay. You get the roll over. So now you're behind cover, and now the Team Gushue stone is open.
That was a 2-for-1, Eric.
That was beauty. Jeff Walker, intern. I think it's a maybe hack weight green on the green and eliminate one of the eliminate the back green stone. And roll. Good shot there. Just enough weight to remove the greenstone out. Got a nice roll. Now one of the Team Gushue's, that was a really good shot because one of the Team Gushue's stones is behind the corner guard. One is exposed or open, but they can, Team McEwen will be looking for a probably a quiet weight shot here and roll again. It's either that or they're looking at a slash double. Yep. Okay. So peel weight slash double. If he does get a little tight here, look for a hit and roll. That's another option.
I think the boys looked it over, and the danger rock for the score is that one buried behind the corner guards. You have
Watch the green.
Opportunity to get rid of it now. Just overcurl a little bit.
Good attempt. Didn't quite work out the way they wanted, but good try. Kevin wanted a better result there, but good attempt. So Jeff Walker on the intern, looking for a hit and roll. Good shot. It just, yeah, it's out of the rings. Good shot by Jeff. Team McEwen, out turn quiet, wait for Colton. I don't know, Mark, can he get inside on that? I'm not sure. I don't know if there's enough room.
I think we saw one in 3 that they were able to navigate. Looks like they're trying to roll big here.
Trying to get some curl here.
Oh, they're curling over.
Okay, good shot there by Colton. I don't think they could have got inside anyway.
Team Gushue liking this setup. Marc Nicholson to try and hit and roll away, maybe underneath.
Marc on the out turn. As was mentioned, looking for the hit and roll. Pretty good shot there. Team Gushue line 2 does give Team McEwen the opportunity to hit and roll behind the center guard. Probably quiet weight.
Looking like a hack weight call.
So it's 3-2 in the 5th end here for Team McEwen. Team Gushue do have last rock advantage in this end. Colton Flash and Team McEwen looking for an in-turn quiet weight hit and roll behind the center green.
Really working the curl sweep on this one.
Good shot by Colton. Got a little roll. Hey, Mark?
Yeah. Wanted to roll hop a rock more, but it does prevent Gushue from rolling underneath easily. Still available. Have our first final of the day. Team Jacobs made quick work of Team Smith from PEI.
In-turn quiet weight hit here. Looking for the roll again. Good shot, just didn't quite roll as far as they wanted. I think this does leave a double opportunity for Team McEwen. Peel weight, half a rock. This is made perfectly. It would be buried, totally buried behind the yellow corner guard.
And you'd see Brad draw around center guard, probably. And if it's made perfectly, Mike has the run back.
There is 2 shots here too. If he doesn't make the double, there's the hit and roll frozen to the corner of the other. Even if he makes that, it would be totally behind the corner guard. Just must have got that going a little bit, so a nose hit. Be interesting which way they want to roll here. I would think probably around the, well, we'll see. 2 options. They could hit and roll there, or they could hit and roll behind the corner. Also, if you hit and roll behind the center too far, and it's behind the tee line, then that does give a freeze for Team McEwen.
And if you roll back underneath the corner guard, you group your yellow stones. Not sure if you can see Mike McEwen take a shot at the run at this point in the game.
Yeah, we'll see. I think they're going around. I think they're trying to roll behind the center guard. I guess you could nose it too, Mark, if you wanted to.
I'm going to leave this in a spot where Mike doesn't have a double back.
So out turn hit for Team Gushue. See what happens. Like I say, they could nose or they could. I don't think Brad's happy here with this. Okay, I'm not sure what happened, but that really curled. Still worked out, I think, pretty good, didn't it? It was an out turn and it moved really fast, quick. Okay, there we are there. And then rolled over to the other Team Gushue. So the other Team Gushue, so Team Gushue lies 2. Like I say, that rock really curled early. And it did get past the corner guard, so it looks like Team McEwen throwing an in turn, looking for a double. They're not too concerned about the shooter staying. So if they make the double, the shooter's going to be out of play. So Mike McEwen, in turn, looking for a double. Got one of the Team Gushue stones, so it'll be a free draw for 2. And Team Gushue will be drawing to the button to get weight for future reference. Fifth end of play. Team McEwen 3, Team Gushue 2. This is the last rock to put 2 on the board here in the 5th end. Lots of sweeping here. Okay, good sweeping by the boys. Two on the board for Team Gushue in the 5th end. So after 5 ends of play, 4 for Team Gushue, 3 for Team McEwen. And Team McEwen will have last rock advantage in the 6th end. And we'll be right back.
What do you got? You got 1, you got 2, you got...
Just one more throw, please.
You make moments like these possible.
Handcrafted in Canada, Hardline's ice pad has revolutionized curling for over a decade. Engineered with top-tier precision and durability, it is backed by an unmatched 10-year warranty. Designed for curlers at all levels to sweep effortlessly with maximum efficiency, it is trusted by the world's best curlers, including Olympic and world champions. It is quite simply the best brew in the game. Hardline, join the revolution.
Welcome back, curling friends. 6th end action here in YNCU Curling Center in Sault Ste. Marie, the 2024 Henderson Medal Fall Classic, presented by Ontario's Kioti Dealers. My name is Marc Barrette, and I'm here with 2-time Canadian Masters champion, Brier semi-finalist Eric Harnden. Thank you, Eric, for sharing your wisdom with us today.
It's always a pleasure sitting beside my good friend, Marc, the Twitch Barrette. We go back a long way. We're good buddies.
That we are.
Just, if you're ever curling against Marc, watch his outturn. It's a little tricky. It's hard to follow.
Some say it's both a curse and a weapon. So we're in the 6th end, and Team Gushue is up 4-3. Team McEwen have last rock advantage. Center guard up, pretty long. Another center guard up, and a corner guard. So the 2 center guards staggered a little bit. So Team McEwen looking for an outturn here. Draw, come around by Dan. Tournament is a triple knockout format. The winner of this match moves to the B final for a qualifying spot. The loser will have to go back to back to back today if they want to qualify through the C. Really important game.
Looking for more curl there, Marc. Just didn't quite come in there. Looking for an inside roll here. What do you figure?
Roll outside to keep it clean, or put the pressure on and try to duck one underneath. Pretty good setup for Brad to keep the pressure on. See.
Nice quiet weight there. Little inside roll. It is open a little bit, so Team McEwen will play an out-turn freeze attempt. So out-turn freeze here for Dan. Dan Marsh. Line looks really good here. Nice shot.
Well-placed rock by Dan Marsh. See Brad try to replicate that throw.
Yeah. Out-turn freeze here for Team Gushue. Lots of sweeping here for Team Gushue. This rock is really curling. A lot of rocks in play here out front and soon to be, well, there's two in the rings. Team Gushue are shot. And Team McEwen are second shot. Lots of granite out front. In-turn corner freeze here for Kevin. Trying to get some curl here. Just rubs that corner guard and into another center guard. It looks like, Mark, we're going to have lots of rocks in play this end. We do already, but...
Yeah, really did not want to clog up the middle yet again.
Kevin was wondering why didn't that rock curl. The weight was good, I think. It just didn't take the curl. So in-turn draw here for Team Gushue.
Still be happy with that result.
Yeah, it's a really good shot. It's got a nice angle.
Nice corner freeze. Not going to force Mike to play the front.
Yeah, Mike's looking at the... he's looking at an angle here on that front yellow, I think. You might get nose hit, yellow, tick the yellow, tick the green. Green comes back and gets the yellow. Colton flash, out turn.
Could also look at yellow, green, yellow.
Good attempt there. Just had to curl just a hair more, eh, Mark?
Just a smidge.
Just a smidge.
Brad's going to replace that guard. From a distance perspective, you want this the same spot, Eric? You want it a bit higher? Where's the optimal?
Well, if you put it in the same spot, they're going to play the same shot. Team McEwen will try it again. So I'm thinking probably the higher the better. Maybe on the logo. Maybe that's for the last one. Anyway, I think maybe higher. I don't think you want it too tight to the rings. What do you think?
Agreed.
Agreed?
Right on the Sioux Major League logo, just past it.
Now Mike is looking at the run back, as you had mentioned. Yellow, green. Yellow, green, yellow, yellow. Colton, I think. Yep, Colton flash. Out turn. Nose hit. It's pretty close.
Really unfortunate with that result, unlocking the green rock, exposing that to Team Gushue.
Threw that really well. It just didn't work out for Colton. It's not. It did open up their own rock also. So Team Gushue will be looking for an out turn, quiet wait, hit and roll. To light 3, buried.
How do you score if you're Mike McEwen?
It's getting pretty congested in there to get. We'll see. Sixth end of play here in Ste.Marie. 4-3 for Team Gushue. Team McEwen does have last rock in this end. We're now down to skip stone, so Team Gushue looking for an out turn hit and roll. Trying to make this curl.
Definitely don't want to leave it there. That's a rock for McEwen if it stays.
Made contact with the Team McEwen stone, but not what they were looking for. This does give an opportunity for Team McEwen to make a double and it would be buried. So
get out of jail here.
Yeah.
Make this one.
Yeah. Want to hit right where Mike's broom is. Say a skinny half. You don't have to throw this hard, because if you throw it too hard, you're liable to go across the top and spin right out. Probably a normal type weight would be fine. Big shot here. Sixth end. You can see the broom there, so there is going to be some weight on this. Probably normal weight, I would say, would be fine. Marc, what do you think?
Yeah, like you said earlier, you really don't want to roll off or roll out. You can afford to roll up a bit. You got a yellow catcher at the top.
Mike McEwen, sixth end. His first rock of the end. Team Gushue, line 3. Team McEwen looking for at least a hit and roll or a double. Well done. Good shot there. Mike. What do you think, Marc? Where does that leave?
I can't see who shot. Can you go ask Brad to move? There we go. Great shot by Mike McEwen. That's an end and a game saver.
Here's the replay. It was like it was the hit and roll or the double, and it was kind of both. Can Team Gushue pick that out of there? And they throw it hard through the port and pick the green rock?
It is a little exposed, and I don't know which one's easier to draw around everything and get to the button first, or to throw a pick and leave that draw for Mike.
So they're looking at the draw. I guess the port maybe is a little bit too skinny to pick that off. It is exposed though. You can see like a little bit of it. It looks like a draw. Outturn draw.
Don't want to be too deep here, Eric, and leave Mike a catcher or some backing to get into that 4 foot easier.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. Anyway, it's an outturn draw to the 4 foot. I guess even here, a little bit short is not a bad thing because it wouldn't leave an outturn draw for Team McEwen on their next stone. So, as you mentioned, you don't want to be heavy here. Short is not a bad option either.
Yeah, short's okay. You're choking off the scoring opportunity. You're making perfects better.
Yes. So outturn draw attempt there was just a little bit heavy. Team McEwen with shot rock. Draw for 2 here in the 6th end. It would have been interesting if, say, Brad would, ended up like full 8 foot there or something like that. I don't know what Mike would have had to score 2.
Could not afford to be heavy there.
Couldn't afford to be heavy there, yeah. There it is there, you can see it. Yeah, I don't know, there was no really in turn there. So anyway, draw for 2 for Team McEwen. They just got a speed on Team Gushue's last rock there, so they should have a good idea where to put the broom and how speedy it is. Look for the brooms to go down right away here. You don't want to.
Have to be straight on fighting the 4 foot on their own here. There is no backing available. I think if they get that back, then it may or may not be shot. Let's see.
Okay, nice shot there. So 2 in the 6th end for Team McEwen. After 6 ends of play, it's Team McEwen 5, Team Gushue 4. Team Gushue will have last rock advantage in the 7th. And we'll be back.
Imagine being able to stream every curling game from every sheet from any event, be it your Wednesday league game, bonspiel, or corporate event. Curling Stadium offers an all-inclusive streaming solution featuring high-quality cameras, ease of use, great reliability, and minimal installation. Offering your sponsors customizable ad space on your streamed curling games and being able to sell video packages to your corporate events for increased revenue. With Curling Stadium, you can stream to any device, be it your mobile phone, tablet, or computer. Push the feed to your desired platform, be it Facebook, YouTube, or any other social media. Curling Stadium is simply the way forward. Where it's commonplace in other sports to televise every game, we want to do the same. Curling is a global sport, and it's time it gets the coverage it needs. Make your curling club the next curling stadium.
Welcome back to the 7th end of play here in sunny Sault Ste. Marie. 7th end, the score is Team McEwen 5, Team Gushue 4. You see the time clocks there at the top of your screen. Gives you an idea how much, there's a good idea how much they have left. Lots of time there for a couple ends.
Teams start out their matches with 33 minutes on the clock and 2 timeouts. More than enough time to manage an 8-end game.
The game has moved along quickly here, so nice and quick. Anyway, center guard, corner guard. Look for Mike to go around the center guard. There's the indication there. Out turn for Dan Marsh.
You had to think about which Marsh it was, right?
Yeah. Kevin and Dan. Dan throws lead, Kevin throws second. And Dan looking for a come around here. Probably top 8 foot would be, full 8 foot would be ideal. Nice shot there by Dan. In-turn draw for Team Gushue. I think looking for a freeze here, corner freeze, top 8 foot somewhere in there. Sweeping hard here. Looks like it's gonna just tick that center guard. So that goes back and the rock comes off.
The tick of shame, we call it, Eric, in the lead community.
Yeah. There you see Mike, what he's thinking there. Do you freeze? Do you draw around? Either one. Out turn. Team McEwen looking for an out-turn draw. I think, but maybe they changed. Are they going for another center guard?
Yeah, they were looking at the draw around, Eric, or the high center.
I think the high center. You got to go hard on this one, though.
Really working it hard to get it to cross that hog line. Those are so hard.
They really are. So the call was another center guard. Team Gushue looking for a run back. Peel weight for Jeff. Seventh end. Good attempt there. Just missed it. So, do you see another center guard going up?
If it worked before, why not try it again?
So you put up the center guard, they made a peel on it, so yeah, may as well put it back there, right? like I say, it looks like lots of time there on the for both teams. I don't think we've had any timeouts called. It no, Mark?
No timeouts yet.
No timeouts yet. So Kevin looking for the high center guard again. Good shot. He went a little easier on the sweepers that one. Team Gushue on the intern looking for a corner freeze.
A little surprised that we didn't try the double peel again.
Could, absolutely, yeah. Jeff on the intern looking for a freeze. Trying to make this curl. Good attempt, but just a little bit too heavy. The line was pretty good.
I'll try to probably see Mike try to hit that Gushue rock and flop underneath center guard.
I agree. Yep. Quiet weight, Mark. Hit and roll behind the center. Colton flash, quiet weight. Looking for the hit and roll. The boys were saying that's got lots of weight. There's the hit and roll.
Great execution.
Good shot there by Colton. He likes it. You can see there the indication they were saying it was up a little bit on the replay, a little up weight. But it was perfect with the hit and then the roll right there. Well done by Colton.
And for Mike McEwen calling the line, that information is so critical. You can make or break a shot. You're calling sweep on something and it's the wrong weight.
Yeah, no, that was good communication, really good communication there. There's a run back by Team Gushue. There's a run back there by Team Gushue and great shot. Eliminated both center guards. Rolled a little bit over for a corner, but that's probably a good thing. So looking to put the center guard back up. Fulton flash. Intern. Probably halfway mark would be good. What they're looking for here on the guard.
I think halfway is good, Rick. The only risk for McEwen is a draw around everything available, and when would Gushue decide to do that?
Yeah, and you want to guard it on the proper side too, so there's no double. Can't quite tell there. Yeah, I think that just had to curl a little bit more, right?
A little bit more.
Either it curled a little bit more or a little deeper. It is out pretty far. So out turn here for Marc. With the broom, it looks like quiet weight.
So in end number 6, we were debating on whether McEwen could score with 3 rocks to come, and he turned that into a deuce. Let's see if Brad can do the same here.
Yeah, that's right. So there's the hit. There's the roll. Did get second shot. There's a port there for the intern if they want to chase it to lie 3. That was a good shot there by Marc. They just have to roll a little bit further. And did get second shot out of it. So intern, quiet weight. Navigate the port. And hit and roll towards the broom, I would say, to end up where the broom is there right about now. It is pretty buried in there, Mark. This is gonna be a tough shot.
That corner guard is so high that if he's close to it, he'd be almost arguably close to an over curl. So I think there is a lot of room there with the right weight. So be cautious of where your shooter rolls to after contact. You want to leave a double back.
This is all a weight shot. You got to get the correct weight to make this shot. I mean, you get the broom in the right spot, then be looking to get the weight correct. It does curl in here. So Mike McEwen navigating the port nicely, looking for a hit and a roll right where the broom was. Nice shot. So Team McEwen line 3 here in the 7th end and up, leading 6-5, but Team Gushue does have last rock advantage here.
Last rock advantage and some corner guards in play.
There you see the replay.
So you got by that corner guard with
that was
quite a safe margin and carved in there beautifully.
Yeah, that was not an easy shot. It was well done.
Thank you to Josh Vanderberg, our head ice technician here at YNCU Curling Center for the near arena ice conditions.
So Brad Gushue on the outturn, I think he's looking to play it on the shot rock, like a skinny double, and maybe even spin up
yeah,
to the right side of your screen, right where Marc's broom is. So quiet, it's like a quiet takeout and looking for some spin around that corner guard. So be shot rock on the second shot with some spin around the corner. He's got to have enough weight to move some granite here, though. There's the spin there. Just didn't quite work out. I thought he threw it pretty good, just didn't get the result.
So Team McEwen sitting first and second for sure, and looks pretty close for third, Rick.
Yeah. Regardless, I think it's going to be an intern draw around the center guard. Like I say, Brad threw that pretty good. It just didn't. It got some spin, but it just didn't work out well for them.
So a freebie here for Mike McEwen. Put some pressure on Team Gushue and make their score tough.
He has more room on the intern to navigate the rocks out front, so outturn's not an option there. Intern's the only option. You thought what, Marc? Top button?
Top button reduced that scoring opportunity.
Yeah. It is a long center guard, so I think Team Gushue will be able to, if this is made, will be able to chase it. It's pretty long. And it's certainly not a tight center guard, so there'll be a lot of room there. Anyway, Mike McEwen, intern draw, as Marc had mentioned, top button. You don't want to go right to the button because that will allow a tap. It'll be harder for the ideal place here would be top button, I would think. So we'll see what happens.
Looks like the guys are going hard for weight here. Easing up now. Good
shot there. Just what they wanted. I think Brad will be able to chase this. It did kind of overcurl a little bit. You can see a little bit. So out turn tap for a single point. Excuse me. Team McEwen do lie 4. Brad on the out turn for a single point. You'll have to get fairly close to the center guard there, Mark. But it's got some room.
Yeah, the way it curls, I think that high guard really isn't in play.
So Team Gushue, out turn, tap.
Jeff hitting that early. Now calling the curling sweep for Adam Casey. Making that move over nicely. Beautiful tap.
Really good shot there, yeah. So 1 for Team Gushue in the 7th end. And we've got a tie game, 5-5, going to the last end. Team McEwen will have last rock advantage. It's a very entertaining game. We'll be right back, folks.
I don't remember a time when curling wasn't a part of my life. When I wasn't putting in the sweat and hard work to be the best that I can be. Clocking in the time, the effort to practice day in, day out. Curling is more than just a game. It's a family, a community. And when it's time to play, I know I'll be ready. Hardline, supporting hundreds of our next generation athletes.
Welcome back, curling fans. Great game here. Some B-side semi-final action between Brad Jacobs and Mike McEwen. My name is Marc Barrette. I'm here with my trusted and true friend, Eric Harnden. 8th end, McEwen with the hammer. Gushue calling the center guard.
It has been a great game, Mark. Right down to the last end. Lots of time on the clock for both teams there. You can see it in your screen. 3 minutes of just around 3 minutes, and Team Gushue with over 5 minutes. So Dan Marsh lead for Team McEwen on the intern. I would say looking for top 4 foot on the intern. As Mark had mentioned, Team McEwen do have last rock advantage. Good shot there, Mark. What do you think? It just didn't curl though.
Didn't curl, but you're covering the control zone.
I think Team Gushue will be throwing up another center guard just over a couple feet over the hog line, Mark.
That's a target spot to make the double peel in future rocks a little bit more difficult. This one seems to be staying out.
So both those Both those rocks are on the touching the center line, so they can't be removed yet. You like the same shot?
Might go flop one right on top.
So Dan Marsh looking for a duplicating his first stone of this end. So full 8 foot, frozen to his own. This one's hanging out, maybe a little heavy though. Huh.
Uncharacteristic mix.
Yeah, Dan won't be happy with that one. He's played a great game though.
Little window of opportunity here for Brad Gushue.
Jeff on the end turn. For now, Team McEwen do lie 2, and they do have last rock advantage here.
And whether the shot is made or not, you'll see Mike quickly go up to those 2 center guards and start ripping away.
Freeze attempt here. This one looks maybe a little heavy also. As Marc had mentioned, Mike's going to go right up there and ask for a double peel from Kevin. Kevin Marsh, out turn peel weight, looking to eliminate Team Gushue's stones. Good shot there. The shooter did stay though. Nice shot though, Marc.
Yeah, I wanted to get the double and roll. But when you're trying those shots, always do the double first and roll later.
Exactly. So Team Gushue, we'll see what they play here. Team McEwen do have shot stone. I think they're going to talk, timeout, they're going to talk about this.
I don't know, Eric. They're looking at playing that one in the house right away. Is that a bit early? Would you consider throwing another guard or 2?
Yeah, I think you could. I think maybe another center guard up there, maybe where Jeff's foot is. You could put it right, you see where Jeff's foot is, right there.
Yeah.
There's, if they, sure, kind of like that. We're at, still a lot of rocks to come here, so. I think you could throw an out-turn center guard and split the center line. Maybe a foot or, foot or so from the rings. You don't want it way out there, tight guard. Just past the logo, but split the center line. Maybe even tuck it in there a little bit more. Be a good shot. So Jeff is throwing the out turn. Definitely a draw. See where they want to place this.
Well executed there, Eric.
Yep, good shot there by Jeff. I think they're maybe looking for a little more curl. This does give the opportunity. Well, we'll see what Mike wants to play here. He could play, he's eyeing up the double. There is a risk. Could make this and jam it on his own. Could play the green back into the yellow. Like I say, there is some, maybe they're playing this over the top. Like that. They were playing that.
Great shot.
Oh yeah, great shot there by Kevin.
So precise.
There's the replay there. So they were playing the yellow across the top of the other yellow, and like that, Kevin gave it a little body motion there. Nice shot.
Another final on sheet B. John Epping moving on, defeating Team Returnas from Italy.
So Marc throwing the out turn. See where they want to place this. They were playing the freeze there, Marc. Just stayed out a little bit, maybe just a little bit heavy. It's either Mike's looking at a hit and roll, or the Team McEwen stone is not in the greatest spot because it's behind the tee line. So Team Gushue could freeze to it, but so what do you figure, hit and roll in front of yours, or?
Definitely the hit. Half a flop over or full flop over. Remove the freeze. Team McEwen calling a timeout to talk about the options and what Mike wants to have left on his last rock to score a single.
There still is a center guard out there. Could run that green into the yellow like that. That's definitely an option because it opens up the center and eliminates the rocks. So that's what they decided.
I think that's a great option, especially that it's Colton's first rock. So there's a lot of granite left for Team McEwen.
Yeah, this way you're opening up the front, and if you make it the way you want, we'll see what happens here. But anyway, intern for Colton is going to have some weight on this. If executed, this is for Team McEwen. This is what they're looking for. Intern. They seem to like it.
Really close. Great shot.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
The fans applauding and cheering and liking that one.
That was a great shot. It hit right where Mike's broom is on the replay. You can see it, and it made it perfect on the angle. Green onto yellow, a double, and boy, oh boy. Very, very nice shot. Well called and well played. So Team Gushue here. Looks like an out turn for Marc. I think a freeze. A freeze on the one behind the button there.
Absolutely. That's all you have at this point of the match. You could waste one, Eric, and throw a center guard, expecting Mike McEwen to peel. There's no wrong answer here.
Yeah.
You're hoping for a miss at this point. You're Gushue, and an open miss at that.
Maybe that's good. That's a good result. There's now a pocket there. But if the peel is made, I think they'll try to get that one like that.
Definitely try to clip your backline. All those rocks in the house right now are not McEwen friendly, even though they are his stones.
Yeah, I mentioned earlier that Team McEwen's shot rock is not in the greatest spot. So there is a freeze opportunity on that. We'd like to get both here for Colton.
Just missed the back one.
Just missed the back one, yeah. So there's the freeze there that could be difficult for Team McEwen here if this is made. It'll be out turn for Team Gushue. There you see the pocket. Team McEwen do lie 3, but Team Gushue looking for the freeze. You don't want to over curl the freeze. If anything, you want to be on the left side into the pocket. So over curling here is not an option. The option would be on the left side there, right in the pocket, or freeze on the left side of the shot rock. Team Gushue out-turn freeze. Pretty good shot there. It did freeze on the, well, it did freeze on the proper side. Looks like it could go. Mike was putting the broom down. He's ready to go.
I think if you hit this right on the nose, if you're Team McEwen, you can get rid of your 2 back ones and hopefully be in front of the Gushue stone and make Brad's last shot really hard.
Yeah, nose hit. Yeah, I agree. And he'll be probably good peel weight here. So Team McEwen looking for the nose hit to eliminate Team Gushue's Yellowstone that you see where the broom is. There's that one at the back, 12-foot. It's not going anywhere, I don't think. If this
working this one hard. And fooled me.
Good shot there. There you see the replay. Everything's gone.
Yeah, we were thinking nose hit. Mike knows a lot more than us.
All 3 McEwen rocks and one of Team Gushue's all go at once.
Opted for the nuclear option and just get rid of everything.
Yeah, that was good. Great shot. So Team Gushue looking for an out-turn freeze. If this is made perfectly, I would think that Team McEwen would still play the draw to the tee line, not worrying about any backing. Out-turn freeze attempt for Team Gushue. Tie game. Team McEwen do have last rock. This is Team Gushue's last rock at this end. Okay, good shot there. Timeout. You want to talk about it? What do you think, Marc? What do you do?
Pick.
Pick it.
Pick it.
So there is some room there for a straight pick for Team McEwen, or they draw down. It's up to how Mike feels, right?
Absolutely. He's the one who has to throw it. You got to throw what we should be doing out the window and let him play what he's most comfortable with.
So tie game, last rock, Team Gushue line 1, Team McEwen line second shot. Out turn, I would think peel weight. Pick the Yellowstone. Shooter's gonna be gone. Pick the Yellowstone without touching the the green Team McEwen rock in behind, and that's what they're looking for. It's got good kind of normal weight here.
Just cleaning it in. No mistake there from Mike McEwen. Great shot for the victory.
Good shot there. So Team McEwen in the final. Team McEwen 6, Team Gushue 5. That was a very entertaining game, Mark. It was a pleasure talking about the game with you again, as always.
Great morning, Eric. And folks, reminder that we are back live at 12:30 p.m. for the Seaside Rat Race. Please tune in. 2 more draws after that today, 4 p.m. and 7:30.
Thanks for tuning in, everyone. It was fun to have you join us here this morning. I hope you have a great day. Nice and sunny here in Sault Ste. Marie, and have a great day, everyone.
Take care.
For tuning in. Yep.
I don't remember a time when curling wasn't a part of my life. When I wasn't putting in the sweat and hard work to be the best that I can be. Clocking in the time, the effort to practice day in, day out. Curling is more than just a game. It's a family, a community. And when it's time to play, I know I'll be ready. Hardline, supporting hundreds of our next generation athletes.
Everything I've worked for, everything I've sacrificed, has led to this. It's out of your hands now. All the gold medals in the world can't help you now. You could throw the perfect rock and still miss, but it just takes one. You leave it all out there on the ice to leave behind a legacy.